You are listening to Part 10B of the podcast series, 21 Qualities of a Leader.
The second area about initiative that is such an important quality in a leader's life is leaders, they have the ability and the willingness to push themselves to act. Jim Runyon, the great runner, marathoner many years ago, said, motivation is what gets you started, habit is what keeps you going. And that's very true. That motivation moves others. And so because they know that motivation moves others and their movement motivates others, for themselves, initiative has become a habit in their life. Since they understand the power of motivation, they have understood that they need to make initiative a habit in their life. Teddy Roosevelt, of course, one of the great presidents and one of the truly great initiating leaders. If you really want to look at a leader's life that was a pure initiator, Teddy Roosevelt probably is as good as anybody can ever look at. And here's what he said. There is nothing brilliant or outstanding in my record except perhaps this one thing. I do the things I believe ought to be done, and when I make up my mind to do a thing, I act immediately. What's Teddy Roosevelt saying? Teddy Roosevelt's saying you have to take initiative. Or as I have in your notes, I got this little couple of paragraphs I've got for you. I was waiting on a doctor one day, like for an hour. You know how that goes, okay? And I saw this in a medical journal, so I tore it out, and now it's yours, okay? What are friends for, okay? And it said, just do it. We hear it almost every day. Sigh, sigh, sigh. I can't get myself motivated. What? To lose weight, test my blood sugar, etc. And we hear an equal number of sighs from diabetes educators who can't get their patients motivated to do the right things for their diabetes and health. We have news for you. Motivation is not going to strike you like lightning, and motivation is not something that someone else, nurse, doctor, family member, can bestow or force on you. The whole idea of motivation is a trap. Forget motivation. Just do it. Exercise, lose weight, test your blood sugar, or whatever. Do it without motivation, and then guess what? After you start doing that thing, that's when the motivation comes and makes it easy for you to keep on doing it. Motivation is like love and happiness. It's a byproduct. When you're actively engaged in doing something, it sneaks up and zaps you when you least expect it. As Harvard psychologist Jerome Brewer says, you're more likely to act yourself into feeling than to feel yourself into action. So act. Whatever it is that you know that you should do, do it. Number 3, leaders take a risk. They take more risk than anyone else. They understand, again, that initiative and risk-taking is part of being a leader. And number 4, leaders make more mistakes. Robert Kennedy said, for only those who dare to fail greatly ever achieve greatly. I wrote a book, Failing Forward, a few years ago. And the failing forward thesis is the major difference between achieving people and average people is their perception of and response to failure. And what I have found is there are 2 responses to failure. We either leave or we learn. And if we leave, we don't learn. And normally, if we learn, we won't leave. Lee Iacocca was exactly right. The right decision is the wrong decision if it is made too late. Leaders take initiative.